economically. One of the horrible things about inflation is that it impoverishes the people. Okay? So if you are spending maybe 2,000 naira on 20 gigs, I've been at 20 gig data in Nigeria. So what happens is that your 20 gig may be 2,000 naira and it may just go up to 3,000 naira. But you see the consumption of it, you just realize that, normally I always use my 20 gig for, for like 2 weeks or maybe a month. Now you realize that even though the 20 gig is now going to be 3,000 naira, it may not even last you for a month. This is the hidden thing about it too. And according to, normally, right, people believe that the tariff going up shouldn't be this massive because the telecommunication companies, right, if they increase the tariff by 10%, for example, or 5% increase, they will still make profit. Do you get that now? Like they will still make profit. But it is not just about them. It is now about the new tax collector in town, Tinubu and his gang. They are mounting a never seen before tax deduction on these guys. Remember, Nigeria is a place where, like you, that you have to provide your own houses, you have to provide your own water, you have to provide your own electricity, you have to provide your own security, you have to provide your own everything, like the local government. These service providers too, they have to provide everything. When a liter of, compare this, 9 years ago, a liter of diesel was sold for 180 naira or 87 naira. A liter of petroleum was sold for 97 naira. I know that sounded like a very long time ago. No, not that long time ago. Well, maybe it's now a long time anyway. Then when APC Ebekebe came in, a liter of diesel is sold for nearly 2,000 naira per liter. This was before the petrol part of it comes on board. A liter of diesel currently is being sold for around 1,600 naira per liter. Now, these guys have to fuel all of their power station, you go call them, their mast. Then they also have to provide security, private security that provides security for all of their equipment across Nigeria. In some areas where vandals, right, vandalizes their equipment and the rest, the whole burden of that is still on them. Now, the only thing Nigeria does is to tax and take money from them. And every year, it is always like they are not taking enough. They are seeing them as cash cows. But the thing is, whatever it is that the government is taking from them, even if you think it is for your own good, no, it's not. Now you they pay them. Okay? Let me give you an example. Because this is going to be like a plus or minus, okay? MTN declares that they make profits before tax. So they make profits of 8 trillion naira in this is an example, 8 trillion naira in 2022 before tax. And the government is going to come and say, with all the taxes that you are going to pay, we are going to take like 4.5 trillion of that money from you. Now they have their own what do you call them, shareholders are being cocoon, because they also have to share profits to their shareholders and all that. So they have their target. So in 2024, we are targeting 5 trillion naira profit. And then this is going to be profits after tax. And the criminals in government that provided no security, no electricity, no infrastructure like good roads, no nothing. But they are ready to ask you, how much did you make this year? All of you combined, all of you, the telecommunication companies. So we have a profit of 13 trillion. Okay, we are taking 7 trillion from that, and you can keep 6. So the 7 trillion, which is coming from you, it's coming from all your phone calls, text messages, and the rest of that. Now, the good thing this could have done is if they collected the money and they are not using the money to buy themselves cars, okay, or buying themselves, houses and all of that abroad, sharing the money or looting the money among themselves, and they are leaving you with nothing. Because at the end of the day, you realize that your taxes that are supposed to go towards providing infrastructures for you, something that you can say, it is expensive I've been spending so much, we've been spending so much money, right, on data, on phone calls and the rest of that. And these telecommunication companies are just milking us. They're just making so much money from us. They have targets. Anything above or what have you, right? They work it out that if your criminal government will collect the money and not reinvest the money on real infrastructure like power, which everybody needs. So imagine if you have a company where you have to spend like 20 to 30% of your earnings on providing power to power your mast, providing security to protect them from vandals, and to also probably provide insurance for your workers because they can get kidnapped, that you have to pay ransoms and the rest of that. So imagine if the government provides security and then provide power, provide infrastructure like good roads and all of that. So imagine that, the ripple effect of that on you, the end users. But because you have criminals in charge who don't give a damn on you, who don't give any damn about how you feel, it is so similar to the ones who are declaring profits of 1 trillion, 2 trillion, of how much money they generated from those who were importing stuffs to Nigeria. Nigeria criminals, they have done everything to ensure that it's unbelievable though, right? That it is cheaper to import stuffs into Nigeria than to manufacture them in Nigeria. You see, Nigeria is an import-dependent country, by the way. So when you import stuff into Nigeria to sell, you are creating jobs for the people of the country that produces whatever you are importing to Nigeria. But if you produce them in Nigeria, like if you manufacture them inside Nigeria, you'll be creating jobs for the jobless, the teeming, jobless Nigerians inside Nigeria. And guess what? Government will make more money from those of you who are working, right? I don't know how this economic idea really works with the criminals in the contraption. They are not interested in investing in Nigeria. They are in Nigerians. All they are interested in is to take and take and take from you. So you see people who are now going to go abroad to import stuff into Nigeria. When they get to the border, they will meet Tinubu and his gang there, who are now going to tell them how much they will charge each of their imports so that they can come and brag later that they have made so much money. Do you know how much we generated in the first quarter of 2024? 5 trillion naira. Say, okay. Do you know where the 5 trillion naira is going to come from? It's going to come from you, the end users. You that will need to buy Pampers for your children. You that will need to buy baby milk. Those of you who will need to buy your medication. The rest, like those of you who are going to be the end users of whatever they are bringing into Nigeria, you will pay for it. For a serious government, when this money is made, you reinvest them in the country, build sustainable energy, power that will actually provide electricity for the homes and for the factories. So the more people that are working, the more money you are going to make through taxes. So if you have more people working, let's say you have, not like what you have right now. So let's say you have a country where your manufacturing sector, they are really, really working. They are not, burning diesel and all of that on their own generators and all that. Like they're actually like working. You will make so much money because that means you have more people employed. And the more people that are employed, the more money you will make as a government. And the more money you make as a government, the stronger your economy will become, because at the end of the day, you will be able to produce all you need. All you need. When I say all you need in your country, that you will even have surplus enough to go and to ship to other countries. And when you begin to actually send things outside your country, finished products, not raw materials, finished products, finished goods, okay? So you begin to earn forex as well, that's serious forex, whereby your currency, because anybody who wants to buy anything from you, okay, they will need your naira, not dollars. So imagine if America needs to buy your crude oil, for example, right? And you have a strong economy. So that means they will need to bring their dollars, exchange their dollars to your naira, and then pay you. So in the process, you have billions of dollars flowing into your country, right? Strengthening your naira. You can determine how much you want to sell your naira, not the other way. But when you want to go and import something into your country, you will need to change your naira to their currency. The common used currency is the dollars, right? So you have to change your naira to that dollars before you can buy anything and bring them into Nigeria. But Tinubu and his gang, they are just tax collectors. What they do is to take and take and take. And that is why you see this tariff increase. The telecommunication companies, they will not lose a sleep. They will not lose a dime. In fact, they will even make more money. But they will pay more money in taxes to these criminals who are also going to squander the money. Abi, what have they done with all the taxes they've collected on your behalf before now? What? It's never enough. They are targeting 23 trillion in revenue, including the sale of crude oil. That too is also about to be affected, by the way, with these new executive orders signed by Donald Trump. Now, in fact, let's go to that part. Donald Trump has been signing different executive orders since yesterday. But if you are not in America, all right, there are some of them that affect you directly. Make I tell you. Apart from the selfish ones, for example, people who want to go and born in America, because any child born in America is automatically American until Donald Trump's executive order says no. That one, they are going to fight it in court. So you are not going to America. You are not American. You are inside Nigeria. So let me tell you how some of his executive order is also going to expose your criminal leaders who have no real plan for you. This is economy. This is like economics 101. So listen attentively. America happened to be one of the biggest lifter or taker of Nigeria crude oil. They make, I think, even statistically, America takes about 60% of Nigerian crude oil. Yeah, that is why they invested so much money, $22 billion on that KKK project, which is to lay the pipeline from Niger Delta through the Niger Republic, through the Sahel Desert, and then straight to Morocco. From there, straight to Spain, Europe. so that every time they turn on the crude, pumping of the crude oil from Niger Delta, Nigeria, it go be like say they open the tap, they go to get crude oil in Europe, they go to get gas in Europe, straight from the source, instead of using a ship to lift your crude oil to Europe, to lift it to America. No, they can just turn the tap on. And yeah, that's it. That's why they are investing in that. Here you get until the Niger Republic and the Sahel states parted ways with France and the West. Here you get. So now, with this Donald Trump executive order, and America will begin to drill their own crude oil like never before. They are singing it in Texas now. Drill, 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 drill baby, drill baby, drill baby, which means he has lifted ban on drilling in America. Fracking in America is lifted the ban. His executive order means some of the American oil companies, international oil companies, IOCs, some of them will return back to the US. Yeah, where they will begin to actually use their own technology in the US. And in the next 1 or 2 years, I don't even think it's going to be that long. In maybe another few months, right? You will realize that the price of the crude oil in the international markets will collapse, will crash. If Tinubu and his gang, they wrote a budget using the benchmark of the OPEC, a benchmark that they were targeting how much crude oil they will pump in 2025. They want to pump 2 million barrels or 2.5 million barrels in 2025. So what that simply means then is that who go buy them? Who go pay for them? So once the price of crude oil crash to maybe $40 or even $30 per barrel, Kasalati bought in here, Igboro di daru straight in here, where they go come see money to settle, wala ti dey niyan. So right now, even Tinubu today, where he met with the Ogoni leaders from Rivers State, yeah, he had a meeting with them today. These are the Ogoni leaders, shameless people. Ogoni is a place where Ken Saro-Wiwa got killed for fighting for the Ogoniland, where they were drilling crude oil for decades. They have destroyed their ecosystem, destroyed their land, their water. And they said they must clean the place. Under the Bokwari, where Pastor Ruga was sent to Ogoni, Pastor Ruga claimed that Ogoni cleanup started. This was in 2017, before election, 2019. Up to this moment, Shingbaka, Shingbai cleaning, they don't do. There was a time they will be showing us the pictures of some trailer digging the earth, like digging the ground enough that they are like, because that cleanup means, Baba, they will need to dig all the sand from across Ogoniland. They will now go and bring sand from somewhere else, because the sand in Ogoni is already soaked. It's soaked with crude oil. Nothing can grow there. You can't grow food. If you go to their water, Baba, there is no fish, because of years of exploration of crude oil, oil exploration, and neglect of the environment. People have been killed. People died protesting this lifestyle that Nigeria forced on them, that they have killed everything around them. Today, Tinubu was hosted them in Abuja because they promised to give them some money, all the leaders, led by Kubara and some of their local leaders, because the arrangement was Tinubu has found his friends who wanted to take over the oil blocks in Ogoniland for themselves, but they can't. because of the embargo, because of the local wahala. So Tinubu now called them and said, you see, I'll take care of you. The cleanup of Ogoniland has not been done. No. It has not been done. No. Yeah? But you see them in the picture. Smile. I'm not show you the one where they were smiling. Look at their faces. I didn't want to smile. Even when the wiki was there, Ubara and the rest of them. Yeah. So they were there to assure Tinubu that if you promise that you are going to clean up the place. In fact, I have a video I want to share with you. I'll come back to this Donald Trump's executive orders and how they are going to affect whatever Tinubu and his gang have plotted. Where is that one again? This one. Watch this.
Nothing will they see for this river again because of the oil spillage. The oil don't spoil everything. See no fish since morning. See the oil everywhere. The women right there and the people where they go Preco. They never pick Preco again because the oil don't kill all the Preco where they on top the mangrove. Everything don't spoil. We not fit eat again. No money because now this thing now would they use to survive as rivers people. Make government come help us for all my year. Everything don't spoil finish because of the oil spillage. Government with the beg on her. Make on come help us, oh. Make on come help us. We they die. We they die. Nothing. See the oil.
What's your name?
It's over here, Glad Cottrell.
I don't know name.
I beg.
This time we need a city again. All our things, food oil don't spoil and finish. For us, for them, nothing they see this time I think. Nothing from us. I beg, wait for another government. Make them go help us. Me, my children, and this is time and they carry children. They're gonna help us. Tell government, they see the kind of suffer where they suffer. This morning, I day here, they find this and no one come. And this one where I picture, all of them don't die. So nothing. I beg, come and tell government. Make them go help us. Our children, because of this suffering, our children, they go school again. Nothing. I beg, come and help us.
Make them go help us with the time for hunger.
You don't talk your own now.
What do you want?
My name is Fraudsters.
Come.
We need a sleep because of that thing where they flow. And the thing don't spoil all our water. Our inside they don't die finish. Nothing with the sick people. Now hunger our children they go school. The inside one will go try pick. And yes, one will go keep and it don't die. Now hungry with the our children they go school. This thing now with the pick. They carry set our children go school. Uncle and my way with the stay they cross. Nothing there for us. Everything don't die finish. Make government come help us.
If you see the river everywhere, the mangrove,
All the fish don't die.
Spillage don't spoil them. Crude
Tell
oil
me,
don't
tell me
spoil
your
them.
phone they flash.
If you put a net for river, no way, all the fish don't disappear. Even crab, mosquito, nothing. If you can see them, all of them are fishermen. They are different canoe. They're gonna come government. They call government, make them come help us. Already also help us financially to clean up the spill. Since about 2 weeks ago till now, everywhere don't spoil. We they call government, make them come clean up. No way. Every day, the spill they spread, they go other side. If you can go down now, you see other communities. Spill don't scatter everywhere. Like the river.
Which community again?
If you can go there, where Efoko, Krakrama, Sangama, up to Abonima, Minama, Angulama, Owako, etc. We want government to come clean, immediate clean up.
Ajo Wesley. By the special grace of God, I'm the Buguma Youth President and the chairman of all chairmen in Assato local government area, youth chairman. The reason why I'm here is very simple. Close to a month now, our environment in our area has been polluted. My concern about this pollution, this oil spill pollution that is going on, is that the response from the people that manages the facility. For 3 weeks, gas has been flaring. Fire has been on. No response. No quick response. Initially, it was just gas. After 3 weeks, close to a month, when they came trying to stop the gas, fire incident happened again. Up till now, as I'm talking to you, the fire is still on. As I'm also talking to you, Krakram again, fire is on. As we are speaking right now, Alakri, well line, his fire is still on. So I feel their facilities is up to date that they will come and start putting them in good conditions. This is typically equipment failure. Some people will say it's my youth, but I am saying categorically, I'm in the village. I'm there in December when this incident happened. It's typically equipment failure. Their equipment needs servicing. The facility is OLM 18. OLM 18. But I will not, I don't really know whether it's Red Cross or any other company that is managing it. But as a community person, that facility is there. Buguma Well End is what they call it in their map. And as I'm speaking to you now, even our